Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing about two topics. First one is Petrov's equation and second one is hydrodynamic journal bearings. And even we will be discussing a simple numerical based on Petrov equation. So here I will be discussing about Petrov's equation for lightly loaded bearings. So the phenomenon of bearing friction was first explained by Petrov on the assumption that the shaft is concentric. I think you are all aware of what is the meaning of concentric, and this can happen when the radial load acting on the bearing is 0 or very small, and speed of the journal is very high, and the viscosity of the lubricant is very high. So under these conditions, the eccentricity of the bearing, that is the offset between the journal center and the bearing center, is very small, and the bearing would be treated as a concentric bearing, which was shown in the sketch. You can able to see this. This is a concentric bearing. Like both the views, we can able to see the section view, all those things, where in this concentric bearing we could able to see like where exactly this bearing is kept, and along with that there is a oil fill hole over the bushings, or we can call it as a bearings, and this is a journal. Since a load is like attached with this bearing, and that is why it is called, this shaft is called as the journal. And even we have a side leakage, what is it, a negligible count, where the length of the bearings, it is assumed as a L. And even we have a keyway sump. You can able to see there is a keyway sump, and in both the views we can able to see. I think in the left sketch we could able to see the keyway sump very clearly, and the load applied is W towards the gravity, and R is nothing but the radius of what is that, the bearing, and small c is nothing but the side leakage, which is the, we can also call it as the clearance. And so let us now consider a shaft rotating in a guide bearing, and it is assumed that the bearing carries a very small load, that the clearing space is completely filled with oil, and that leakage is negligible. Let the radius of the shaft be R, and the length of the bearing be L. So the shaft rotates at like n number of revolutions per second, then its surface velocity is u, which is equal to 2 into ur into n. Since the shearing stresses in the lubricant is equal to the velocity gradient times the viscosity, so therefore shear is equal to z into u divided by h, which is equal to 2 into ur n into z by c. So where the radial clearance c has been substituted for the distance h, and F is nothing but the frictional force, which is equal to shear into cross sectional area, so which is equal to 2 into u into r into n dash into z by c into 2 into u into r into l, so which is totally equal to 4 into u into 2r square into I into z into n dash by c. So the frictional torque Fr, which is equal to 4u 2r cube I z n dash by c. The quotient of friction in a bearing is the ratio of the frictional force F to the radial load on the bearing, that is F is equal to F by W, which is equal to 4u 2r cube I z n dash divided by Cw, and the unit bearing pressure in a bearing is given by P is equal to W divided by 2RL, which is equal to load by projected area of the bearing. RW is equal to 2PRL. So substituting this in equation for F and simplifying, we'll get F is equal to 2U square into Zn dash by P into R by C. So this is nothing but a Petrov equation for the quotient of friction in lightly loaded bearings. So based on this, a simple problem is given. So we'll see how to solve this. A full journal bearing has the following specifications, where journal diameter 46 mm, bearing length 66 mm, radial clearance to radius ratio 0.0015, speed 2800 revolutions per minute, and radial load 820 Newton, viscosity of the lubricant at the operating temperature 8.4 centipoise. So considering the bearing as a lightly loaded bearing, determine friction torque, quotient of friction under given operating conditions, power loss in the bearing. So the solution. So since the bearing is assumed to be lightly loaded bearing, a Petrov equation for the quotient of friction can be used as F is equal to 2 into u square into Zn dash by P into R by C. So N is equal to 2800 divided by 60, which is equal to 46.66 revolutions per second, and Z is equal to 8.4 centipoise in terms of Pascal seconds. So it is 8.4 to 10 power minus 3 Pascal seconds into R. So that is 46 by 2, which is equal to 23 mm. So in terms of meter, 0.023 m, and P is equal to W by 2 RL. So W is 820 and R is 0.023, which is we calculated, and L is nothing but 0.066. So after simplification, we are getting the P values 270092 Pascal. So substituting all these values in the equations for the F, so I am getting which is equal to 0.019. So first we'll find out the frictional torque. So frictional torque is equal to frictional force into radius of the journal, that is Fw into R. So that is 0.019 into 820 into R, that is 0.023. So the frictional torque is 0.358 Newton meter. In terms of mm means 0.0358 into 10 power 3 Newton mm. And moving to the power, which is 0.0058 into 46.6 divided by 1000, so that is 0.016 kilowatt. So this is how these problems to be solved. So moving to the next topic in this video, that is hydrodynamic journal bearings. So here the film pressure is created by the moving surface itself pulling the lubricant into a wedge shaped zone at a velocity sufficiently high to create the pressure necessary to separate the surfaces against the load on the bearing. So one type occurs when the rate of shear across the oil film is a constant value and the line representing the velocity distribution is a straight line. So in other type, the velocity distribution is represented by a curved line so that the rate of shear in different layers across the oil film is different. The first type takes place in the case of two parallel surfaces having a relative motion parallel to each other as shown in figure. We can able to see in this sketch, we can able to see like how it is moving parallelly, the hydrodynamic bearing parallelly, where the velocity profiles in a parallel surface a slider bearing. So in the stationary point with the lubricant thickness small h, and for two cross section A dash and B dash. So there is no pressure development in this film. So this film cannot support an external load. And the second type of velocity distribution across the oil film occurs if pressure exists in the film. And this pressure may be developed because of the change of volume between the surfaces, so that a lubricant is squeezed out from between the surfaces and the viscous resistance of flow builds up the pressure in the film, which was shown in the sketch. The pressure may be developed by other means that do not depend upon the motion of the surfaces, or it may develop due to the combination of the factors. So what is important to note here is the fact that pressure in the oil film is always present if the velocity distribution across the oil film is represented by a curved line. And this is the flow between two parallel surfaces, like we have A dash, B dash, where the oil film what is the distribution we can able to see, like C dash and D dash and E dash, where C dash is nothing but the motion where exactly taking place, and we could able to see the film pressure distribution in the parabolic form we could able to see, and even the motion in the stationary part also we could able to see, where the plate AB is stationary while A dash B dash is moving perpendicular to AB. So note that the velocity distribution is curvilinear, and this is a pressure induced flow, and this film can support an external load. So next we will be continuing with the hydrodynamic film formation in the next video. Thank you.